Several men are relaxing in a bar. They notice a young woman who seems very drunk. One of the friends sits down with her and starts talking to her. The new friend invites her to go to his house. He pours her some liquor and starts flirting, but suddenly the girl starts talking to him in a completely sober voice. The man instantly stops, and he is shocked. She returns home, opens her notebook, and writes another man's name. Working in a cafe, she serves a guy who suddenly calls her name, Cassandra. The guy introduces himself as Ryan. He reminds her that they studied together at medical school. He asks her out on a date, but she doesn't respond. In the evening, she pretends to be drunk again in front of some man. This man says he is a famous writer. The story repeats itself again, and she pretends to faint. He starts flirting with her, but she says in a sober voice that she needs to go home, and the man starts to kick her out. Cassandra says that she goes to a club every week, pretends to be drunk, and there is always a guy who comes up to see if she is okay, and then wants to take advantage of her drunken state. In the morning, her parents wish Cassie a happy birthday, which she had forgotten. She listens to a lot of insults from her mother because she still lives with her parents, is single, and has no friends. She is given a pink suitcase, hinting that it is time for her to leave her parents' house. Ryan comes to the cafe again, unable to reach Cassie. He insists on asking Cassandra out, and she agrees. He is an interesting guy and has a good sense of humor. The girl likes the guy, but on the way home, he invites her to his house. The girl gets nervous, and Ryan notices. The evening is ruined. But the next day, Cassie comes to the hospital where the guy works, and they go to lunch together. Ryan talks about his friend Alex, who is about to marry a model and works for Ryan's company. Cassandra is flooded with memories. She finds the page of Dr. Alex and her former classmate Madison on the social network. She invites her to a restaurant. There, she pours alcohol into Madison's glass and asks her if she remembers why Cassandra dropped out of school. When Madison was already drunk, Cassie paid the bill, went up to some guy, left him the key to the hotel room, saying that this was the woman. The next morning, Cassandra's phone rang off the hook with calls from Madison, who said she didn't remember anything and woke up in a hotel. Cassandra is driving the car and asked the schoolgirl where the cafe is where the popular band's music video is supposedly going to be filmed. The schoolgirl is a fan of the band. The pleased girl gets into the car and shows her the way. Cassandra comes to the dean of the university under the pretext of resuming her studies. She reminds him that she dropped out because of the story with Nina Fisher. She also reminds him about Alex Monroe, but the dean says he doesn't remember the charges against Alex. Alex took Nina Fisher to a room where he did some interesting things to her in the presence of friends while she was drunk. The next day, Nina was covered in bruises. The dean mentioned it, but then she forgot the case, thinking Nina was guilty and Alex was good. Then Cassandra said that 3 hours ago she picked up the dean's daughter and took her to the same room where Nina had been. There are several guys and alcohol there, but Cassandra told the dean that these guys will take care of the girl. The dean was shocked, and she realized that she was wrong about Nina. In the evening, Cassandra met Ryan, who couldn't reach her again. He invited her to a movie, but Cassie said she was too tired. After a while, Ryan walks into a cafe and notices a drunk Cassandra flirting with a black guy. Ryan thinks that Cassandra is a bad girl, but she tries to justify herself. It's all in vain, and the guy leaves. The next day, Cassandra visits a former lawyer who once handled Nina's case. Mr. Green remembers the girl and remembers how he threatened her 7 years ago until she withdrew her statement. He is troubled by the past, and he asks Cassandra to help him clear his conscience. She forgives him, but she is up to something. Cassie visits Nina's mom. She remembers her childhood. Nina's mother asks Cassandra to stop and get on with her life. A little later, Cassie sees an announcement on social media about a party with Alex Monroe. She comes to Ryan's house and apologizes for what happened. She swears that it will never happen again, but Ryan does not accept her apology, and Cassandra leaves. Cassandra sits brooding at her workplace in the cafe. Suddenly, Ryan comes in and offers to have lunch. The relationship improves, and they kiss, walk, and have fun. Ryan is invited to visit Cassandra's parents' house to meet them. In the morning, Cassandra meets Madison outside her house. She screams that she called, that she was worried because she was at the hotel with that guy. Cassandra calms her down and tells her that he was a nice guy, and he just put Morrison to bed. Then Morrison remembered the video of the incident with Nina and Alex. She gave the phone with the video to Cassandra and asked her to never call her again. Cassandra couldn't hold back her tears, watched the video, and recognized the voice of the person who had filmed it. It was Ryan, whom she had already fallen in love with. She immediately went to his workplace and told him that she would send the video to all of his coworkers, friends, and Ryan's parents. He has to tell her where Alex's party will be. Ryan has nowhere to go, so he texts the address. He says he loves Cassie, but she doesn't forgive him. Cassandra dresses up as a nurse before going to the party. She arrives at the house where all of Alex's friends are already having fun. They are delighted with the nurse's costume. The girl sits Alex on a chair and puts everyone else on their knees and pours alcohol into everyone's mouths, doing it as a role play. She then offers Alex to go upstairs with her, but he refuses, saying that he loves his future wife. Still, she insists, and continues the role play by handcuffing Alex to the bed. Cassandra tells him her real name. Alex remembers it and calls her friends for help, but Cassandra says they are already asleep because she has put sleeping pills in the alcohol. Cassandra is going to take revenge on Alex. She takes out her surgical instruments, but Alex is crying and begging her to stop. Suddenly, he frees one of his hands from the handcuffs and manages to throw a pillow over Cassandra's face, and he eliminates her. In the morning, Alex's best friend comes upstairs and tells him that the girl is not breathing. Joe suggests hiding the body, and they burn the evidence. Cassandra's phone was turned off, and her parents are worried about her disappearance, but the police can do nothing. The investigator comes to Ryan, and he says that they broke up a few days ago. Ryan says that Cassandra went somewhere for work. Monroe's wedding goes on, and suddenly Ryan receives a scheduled text message from Cassandra. At the same time, former lawyer Green receives a package from Cassandra and a note that she is going to Alex's party. If she disappears, the lawyer is supposed to give the envelope to the police. Guests at the wedding see police cars. Alex's friend runs away. The police find the charred remains of a body. Alex is accused of murder at the wedding and arrested.